Still also space from Doncaster.
So the Doncaster Dragons led out by Mike Emmett in all red. Looks like they will be playing downhill in the first half.
And now, led out by Ian Harper, please welcome Featherstone!
So Rovers come out then led out by Ian Harper, who captains the team today in the absence of Tim Spears. Rovers are going to be playing uphill in the first half. Doncaster led out in all red by Mike Emmett. Again, this is, as I mentioned earlier on, this is a fixture that Rovers have struggled with against Doncaster over the last couple of years. Doncaster seem to have had the Indian sign over them, and it's a game today where third take on second, so it's a vital game for points in the Kingston Press Championship for that race to finish at least in the top two. Doncaster in a huddle. It's an overcast day. Temperature 14 degrees, there's a little bit of wind, but the pitch is looking in superb condition, and it should be a good game of open rugby. It's going to be interesting to see how Harry Syker goes, the new halfback for Rovers. Got him from Wakefield this week. Got experience with Penrith Panthers in Australia. He'll be coming in for the long-term injury of Gareth Moore, who got injured at Batley. So it'll be ex-Rovers player Dave Scott to kick off. Andy Kane knocks on front of his own line, so Doncaster straight away are on the front foot and have a scrum on the 10-metre line. It's not the first time Andy Kane's done that over the last couple of years. It looks now like Doncaster are going to pack down, and Paul Cook will feed the ball. This is a great early chance for the Dragons. Kyle Keswick makes the break from the base of the scrum, but he's tackled by Rovers 27, Trout. There's Emmett, drives the ball in. Tackled by Andy Ellis. Doncaster about 5 metres away now. Here's Keswick to Cook. Cook inside to the left centre. Well, and he's held up well by number 35, Blackmore. Again, it's Keswick at acting halfback to the loose forward Emmett. Emmett now, that's a good drive by 21, Carbett. Cumbrian Matt Carbett driving the ball in. Emmett. Emmett now to Cook. Cook, there's a good inside ball to Whiting. Sorry, I think that might be Liam Colborne. That's Whiting. He tried the kick through there, number 20 for Doncaster. Trying the kick through, but it didn't come off. That's Richard Wilkinson, the scrum half. A knock-on's being given though. Doncaster have head and feet again. So immediately Rovers pin back, facing another second set of 6 in their own 10-metre line. They held out well with that first set. But referee today, Mr. Cobb, popular amongst the Featherstone fans, Mr. Cobb, has given Doncaster the second set of 6 in succession. Keswick to Cook. There's a move inside to Whiting, who takes the ball up the middle. Keswick, Emmett, Cook, Scott. Scott cuts inside, but he's dealt with by Kyle Trout. This is good defence by Rovers so far. There's only 2 minutes on the clock gone. Doncaster though still on the attack. Keswick to blind side. Cook. That seems to go back. Acknowledge that. Doncaster still in possession. They've lost the momentum though. It's good. Colburn. Sorry, it's Wilkinson, the ginger-haired scrum half. Takes it up to 5 metres away. Keswick to Cook. Cook with a drop-off ball. And he's in. It's a try. No, the referee's given a knock on. It looks like Starling got it down. The 20-year-old second row for Doncaster. But referee Cobb has deemed it lost forward in the tackle. So Rovers will have the relief now of bringing the ball away eventually. So all that pressure came from the kickoff. Lockwood bringing the ball away. Andy Ellis. and this looks like Jamie Cordin. Jamie Cordin taking the ball on the left-hand side, up to the 35 metres. Worthington, who missed last week's game through injury, back with a heavily strapped left leg. Ellis, he's got the overlap to Sharp, but it was closed down well by Nev Morrison. Worthington. That's Trout with the ball off Harry Syker. Trout manages to get it out, but the ref's blown for the tackle, so it'll be reset. We'll play the ball. Trout to Ellis. It's the last tackle to Syker. Syker with the kick. Looking for height, looking for a little bit of distance. It's on the Doncaster 10-metre line and taken well by Dave Scott. Dave Scott, though, makes 2 or 3 yards before Ellis downs him. Emmett, so that looks like Tommy Hodson. It says indeed Tommy Hodson. Doncaster bringing it away up to the 40-metre line. Doing well there. Good ground, good drive. Kyle Keswick. That's a good tackle, good 3-man tackle there. Syker in the middle of it. Keswick. The with the scrub cap. Syker. There's a kick by Wilkinson. Ian Hardman waiting for it to stop and feels it safely on his own line. Makes about 10 metres. There's Will Sharp. Sharp met by Whiting. Old favourite of Featherstone, Whiting. He played about 18 games here 10 years ago. Oh, that's a great offload, and Worthington's away. He's only got a fullback to beat, and Worthington steps in, but Cook, the old man, comes back. Paul Cook, the old man, comes back. And now Rovers have lost a bit of momentum, but that's a great pass by Crooks in tackle. Kane with the chip over, he's looking for Blackmore. And that looks like a knock-on by Doncaster, and it'll be Rovers, should be Rovers head and feed. Great break there, good offload by Crooks. Worthington running up the left-hand side. Dave Scott to beat, gave him the step, but 33-year-old Paul Cook got back to effect the tackle. And it'll be Rovers now with their first pressure of the game. After approximately 6 minutes, and it's Andy Kane with the head and feed on the 10-metre line of Doncaster. Ellis in the loose forward position. Syker. And there's a run by Blackmore. He manages to offload it out of the tackle to Syker again. That's inside to Lockwood, but Lockwood's tackled by Whitey. Ellis inside, number 39 there for Rovers, driving in. Chris Green, Leeds born, ex-Hull prop. There's Hardman looking for the ball. Is Hardman going to go? Whiting nails him about 3 yards from the line, but he's also nailed Morrison, and the ref's given this very contentious obstruction. The players loving this over the last 3 or 4 weeks. They can't get enough of it. Cook will clear for Doncaster with the penalty. That just below us in the commentary box. And it'll be Keswick with the tap. Keswick inside to Whiting. Richard Whiting, Featherstone born, now 28 years of age. 29 years of age actually. I would have been a bit kind to him there. Halfway line for Doncaster. Keswick the schemer. Keswick the schemer to number 21 Carbett. Doncaster making steady ground. Wilkinson to Whiting. That's a good tackle by Worthington. Here's Emmett. Emmett up to the 20-metre line. Last tackle though. What's Cook going to do here? Cookie with a short ball off to Scott. They've got the overlap, Doncaster, and they're going to be in for the first try of the game by Liam Wellham. After 8 minutes, Cook created the overlap, and it was easy peasy lemon squeezy after that. An ex-Rovers player, Liam Wellham, goes in about 5 yards from the left-hand touchline. So scores Doncaster 4. Featherstone Rovers 0. It's never an easy game against these. Doncaster now looking to improve the score. Round the corner style kick. Looking good. That's a good kick there, making the score. Rovers 0, Doncaster 6. So David Scott then making the conversion, improving the try. Syker kicks off, uphill. Paul Cook, the ball's hung in the air, Cook's hesitated. And Rovers have got the ball back with Lockwood. A little bit of hesitation there from Syker's kick. Ellis to Green. Chris Green drives up to within 3 yards of the line. Lockwood, Kane, Syker. Syker makes the gap. Although Sharp couldn't get it, but he's managed to recover the ball, although momentum's lost somewhat. Worthington play the ball to Syker, into Cordin. Cordin about 10 metres away. Rovers now with Kyle Trout. Kyle Trout within a yard of the line, but he's held up. One of the tacklers there, Craig Robinson. Andy Kane now on the right hand side. Rovers looking a little bit static there. Chris Green caught in possession, and that'll be the last tackle. Rovers there a little bit static. Will Sharp calling for the ball on the right, but it's gone left. And Kane's caught in possession. But he nearly wriggled out, but he went for the power play. And Doncaster will bring the ball away from their own line now. And it's Cook play the ball to Morrison at acting halfback. Sorry, that was Liam Colburn at acting halfback. Whiting helping bring the ball about. Doncaster on the third tackle now, almost up to Rovers' 40-metre line. There's Keswick to Colburn. Kane in the tackle. 4 gone. There's Mike Emmett running the ball in. So last tackle just over Rovers, just into Rovers territory. Big Paul Cook now, the ex-Hull and Wakefield OKR schemer, kicks the ball. Sharp gathers well though, under pressure from Neville Morrison. Here's Hardman. Hardman hopefully can bring the ball away from Rovers. He's dealt with though by a combination of Emmett and Carver. Chris Green helping his side out with the drive there. Kane loading the ball onto Danny Bridge. Lockwood drives in. Met from a dual tackle from Richard Whiting and Matt Carver. This is the last tackle. What can Rovers do? Syker with the kick. It's a deep one. Dave Scott feels it in his own 10-metre line. Feels it safely. But that's a good tackle by Rovers. A good follow-up to Syker's kick. And Lockwood bringing Scott down just outside his own 20. Here's the green-booted Tommy Hodgson. Hodgson makes no ground though before Cordin puts him to ground. Here's Emmett driving the ball out. Doncaster slowly but surely bringing the ball away from their own line. Plays a little staccato. It's a bit stop-start. The crowd coming on a forward. It looked okay from here. Emmett tried to offload, but the held had been called, so the play the ball will be reset. That was a bit of a delay of the play of the ball, so the momentum of the line came forward. Craig Robinson in the head guard to Keswick. Keswick to Wilkinson. Wilkinson got flattened by Cording in back play. And it'll be Rovers tap 25. Hardman takes it. Oh, that looked high by Robinson. Gets away with it though. There's a nice drive by Danny Bridge, brother of Chris Bridge at Warrington, of course. Jason Crooks, but he's coughed possession up. Looked like a two-man tackle, but the referee Cobb's given a knock on. Doncaster again will have question on the halfway line. Doncaster a far cry now from the team of 3 or 4 years ago, under the guidance now of Paul Cook. As he can lose forward position to Wellham. Wellham makes the half. And Blackmore. Son at the Colburn dealt with Green to Rovers 20-metre line. Here's Emmett. Emmett to Cook. To Wilkinson, looks outside. Cording. Wow. Scott's a keep out in March. Scott half break but dealt with by Lewis and David. But Doncaster now into Rovers 10-metre line. Here's Cook, dangerous on the left. Oh, and that would have been a certain try again for Liam Wellham through Cook's delayed pass. But Wellham knocks on and saves Rovers the incursion of 4 points. So it'll be scrum down head and feed to a much relieved Rovers team now. Kane to put the ball in. Oh, and Syker knocks on in his own 10-metre line, and immediately the pressure is back on Rovers. The debutant there, guilty of taking his eye off the ball a little. So it'll be head and feed now to Doncaster, with the experienced Paul Cook to put the ball in. Matt Dale waiting to come on below. Be interesting to see who comes off. Dale been playing at prop sometime this season. Here's Wellham, trying to atone for his error 2 minutes ago. Keswick, acting halfback, to Wilkinson. Wilkinson, first of all held by Trout, but he bounces out the tackle and Hardman's had to hold him up. That's tremendous strength by Wilkinson. Sorry, not by Wilkinson, by Robinson. Almost got the ball down. And it'll be reset, held up, third tackle back on the 10-metre line. Keswick to Emmett. Emmett, delayed pass. What's the referee given? Nothing. Doncaster come left and Emmett's in. Emmett's in at the side of the posts. And after 16 minutes, it's now Doncaster 10, Rovers 0, and I'm sure that will be improved. I'm sure the goal will be improved by Scott, and it should be 12-0, and a very, very handy lead now for Doncaster. A lot of new signings in the Rovers teams. There's been some comings and goings, obviously. It's been well documented this season. It'll take time for the players to gel. I think I read somewhere that they've used 34 first-team players this season already. So there's been quite a lot of transition at Rovers. Dave Scott, as anticipated, kicks the goal, and it's now 12-0.
Dave Scott, that brings the score then to Featherstone, Doncaster 12.
So that came from the mistake by Syker, and he knocked on. However, a couple of minutes earlier, Liam Wellham should have got the try anyway, so it's been coming. Syker kicks off again. Wilkinson gathers. Can't quite see off for Rovers. Looks like green. Morrison knocks the ball off. A chance now for Rovers. Oh, dear me. Giving a penalty for the strip ball. No, he's actually given the knock on against Rovers. Here's Keswick. Halfway through the first half. There's Whiting again taking. Sorry, it's not Whiting. Wilkinson to Emmett. Emmett up to the 20-metre line. Last tackle. Keswick. Wilkinson, the scrum half. That's a long ball. Whiting. And that's a forward pass. So the danger averted through a forward pass. And at the head and feet of Rovers. Oh, that should be the handover. I think it was the last tackle. Indeed it is. Here's Sharp for the first tackle. Lock. Tackle by Colburn, manages to get out of the 20-metre area. Here's Dale. Andy Ellis bringing it away. That looked forward, but Cordin took the short pass. Tackle by Whiting, almost on halfway. Here's Lock. Ironic tears from the main stand. Striker kicks with touch up to the 20-metre line of Doncaster with a set stick in order to get themselves back in the game. For about 15 metres the Doncaster road, middle of the field. And Black. Bit of relief for Featherstone Rovers. Good strength by Ben Blackmore there, the ex-Castleford Academy player. Gets the ball down, and with 22 minutes gone, it's now Rovers 4. Showed good strength there to get the ball over the line. Managed to get downward pressure on it. It's not the easiest kick for Featherstone. I think of Harry Shaker kicking it. Winding the ball up, taking his time. No, that looks like it faded to the left of the post. So it's still 12-4.
The substitution for Doncaster, number 21, Matt Carnett. Number 16, Gary Robinson, had to replace by number 24, Steve Stitch. Number 14, Russell Spires.
So Spires and Snitch come on then as substitutes for Doncaster. Steve Snitch, very, very experienced, ex-Castleford Tigers. There's a good long kick this time. Kane, he collects it well, feeds it in his own goal line to Dale. Dale dealt with by Doncaster Dragons 14. Russ Spires, the substitute that's just come on. Trout plays the ball. Lockwood looking to make yards. Looks for the offload, but he's bottled up by Emmett, and another penalty to Featherstone. The referee's obviously got a cob on with Doncaster at the moment, but don't expect this to last. Syker takes Rovers up into the Doncaster half with a kick. Sharp plays the ball and comes in field. A crabbing run by Sharp. Rovers on the attack now with the momentum. Lockwood driving in centre field, just 13 metres away from the line. Tackled by Keswick and Snitch. Kane shows and goes and then gives it a forward pass. So the momentum lost. The idea was right, but it was just overrun by the runner. Kane, his pass a little bit mistimed as a consequence. So Doncaster will set the scrum with head and feed and a chance now to relieve pressure and get away from their own 10-metre line. Mr. Cobb's not happy with that. Keswick to Wellham. Must admit, Liam Wellham was one of my favourites when he played for Rovers. As Dave Scott brings the ball away. Extended Liam. Alban drives the ball in. Doncaster still in the metre as Keswick takes the play of the ball to Snitch. Okay. Like a by Lockwood, but the refs allowed it to go on. Some kicks. He's gone for height. That one. Oh, Jason Crooks, great footballing. Got himself in. Yeah, there was a bit of hesitation there between Crooks and I think Hardman. In the end, Rovers managed to defuse the kick, but have yielded possession back to Doncaster. That ball could have ricocheted anyway off Crooks' foot, but he managed to gather the ball back, but couldn't get out of his in-goal area. Syker drops out. That's a good kick by Syker. It's over halfway. The tall, thin figure of Paul Cook gathers the ball, feeds inside to Hodgson. Hodgson has a run at the line. Something Tommy was never scared of last year at Rovers. He always used to have a go at the forwards. Keswick inside. Keswick now to Alex Starling, the 20-year-old second rower. He's down as Starling on the team sheet. It's Starling. Here's Cook to Wilkinson. Scott joining the line to Whiting. The power there of Whiting just about diffused by Hardman. Richard Whiting, very experienced Super League player with Hull FC. Emmett takes the ball in, 3 metres from the Featherstone line. Let's tackle. 27 gone on the clock. Keswick. A little bit loop to Wilkinson. Wilkinson kicks. Rovers gather though. And Andy Ellis brings the ball away safely. And he's tackled on his own 10-metre line. Worthington acting halfback to Wilshire. Good drive by Wilshire. Take 3 to deal with him. Snitch, Emmett and Whiting. And then Carding goes in.
What's the Bostock on?
Lockwood off and Bostock on. Kyle Trout coming off as well for Rovers. Ellis to Bostock. Hardman. Delayed pass. Kane's through. Kane's through. He's looking for support. He's inside and gets it. And that's a great try by Rovers after the break by Andy Kane. 35-metre run by Kane and fed inside to Danny Bridge, and Danny Bridge scores the try for Rovers on 28 minutes, making the score Featherstone Rovers 8, Doncaster Dragons 12.
Number 37, Danny Bridge.
There's the overlap on the right. Keane saw the overlap, accelerated away. Didn't risk stepping the fullback. Good support by Danny Bridge. And Rovers now feeling a lot better with 2 tries in the bag. Danny coming over, getting some advice off Danny Evans. Being told that he's been told to move away from the touchline by some official. Be an interesting conversation that, to be a fly on the wall with Andy Kane and Danny. It's a slightly easier kick now for Syker. Syker makes it 10-12. There's about 11 minutes on the clock to half time.
Sponsored by TM7 Wellington, number 33, Harry Seeker.
Sounds a bit like Ali Seacombe when he comes over the tannoy. Don't want him bursting out in song later on. I'll call him Syker anyway. So David Scott then to restart for Doncaster. Rovers back into the game now. Kane gathers safe from just behind his own line, feeds inside to Dale. Dale stopped by Russ Spires just after 10 metres. Andy Ellis. To Black, looks like Blackmore. Ellis again. Rovers with the momentum at these play the balls. This is good momentum. Bostock who start the move for the last try. Always a good 3 or 4 minute burst from Bostock when he first comes on. Ex-Thornhill Trojans and Dewsbury second Roman. That was a bad ball to Kane. It was over his shoulder and Whiting gathers. This is the free play, and they've taken advantage of it, so play will continue from the first tackle now on the Rovers 20 metre line. Just a bit too complex, that move by Rovers, and it was towards Andy Kane's earlobe. Doncaster making a substitution. Kelly's coming on. And also Spavin. Mike Kelly, who's coming on for... I'll just wait while this move develops. I'll give you a bit of background on Mike Kelly. Steve Snitch is only about 2 metres away from the line. Keswick to Cook. Cook the orchestra to Wilkinson. Oh, that's a good tackle there on the second row man, Mike Kelly. But thanks to Mr. Cobb, rather, Doncaster have got another 6. Rovers usually last few weeks have yielded a try from a tap as well. But this time they've just about managed to stop the Doncaster flow as yet. Here's Colburn. Lost a little bit of down there, Doncaster down, and it looks like the ball was... Yes, well done, Rovers. No bias there in my voice whatsoever. I shall try and remain impartial. Come on, Rovers. Yeah, I was just saying about number 12, Mike Kelly, who's come on from Doncaster. He's part of the Kelly dynasty from Wakefield. Two of which were involved with Featherstone many years ago, Andy Kelly and Neil Kelly. Neil was a player here around about 25 years ago, and Andy coached some 10 years or so ago. That looked pretty high on Jack Mussey, but Mr. Cobb, he likes to see him bleeding from the jugular vein, so he's allowed it to go. To Cordin. Jamie Cordin looking relatively clean shaven today. His beard's only about 4 inches today. Here's Syker. Shows and goes. That could have been, and indeed it is. I was just going to say that could have been deemed obstruction. This new rule now where the dummy runner if he runs off a certain angle, it's now deemed as obstruction. Cook goes to touch. It's a conservative kick for him. He only makes about 10 metres. And it'll be tapped by Spavin to Wilkinson. To Snitch. Comes right. Wilkinson back inside to Kelly. Kelly takes it up to about 12 metres away, just to the right of the posts. Spires, acting halfback. 2 tackles left. To Spires again to Cook. There's Wilkinson, big gap. But they've dealt with Morrison. I think don't put him in touch because the move Mr. Cobb's in. Wilkinson again. Now to Cook, long ball. I thought that would have been the last tackle, but there must be another one remaining after this. Indeed there is. This is the last. The hooker Spavin to Wilkinson. Last tackle. There's a gap there. And Whiting strolling. It looked a little bit forward, but you don't stop Whiting from there. And Doncaster now extend the lead to 16-10 on the 34th minute. Sure, Richard Whiting will enjoy that, scoring against his hometown club. Said he wanted to end his career with Featherstone at one stage. He's 29 years of age now, so I suppose at this level he's still 3 or 4 years in him. Classy centre though, very strong centre, can also play second row. I might be right in thinking he won a Challenge Cup winners medal with Hull against Leeds in 05. Got a little bit less there than he had when he was at Rovers. Dave Scott's kick is about 7 metres in from the right hand touchline. Chance to extend the score now to 18-10. That came on the back of a second penalty that was given by Mr. Cobb. It was the last tackle, but the width was Rovers' defence had been stretched from left to right. And the final pass to Whiting by Wilkinson left a yawning gap, and Whiting no problem from that distance. Good kick by Dave Scott again, that's it in, and it's 18-10 now to Doncaster.
From Doncaster, they're from the 5 minute short. I mean, the score then to Featherstone Rovers 10, Doncaster 18.
So Rovers then, something. Doncaster no pushovers, but Rovers still not looking fluent. The Syker prepares to kick off. Again, it's a drifting one in the wind, but this time Cook makes no mistake. Shango is brought to ground. Oh, that looked like obstruction. They give themselves up. But he give himself up. We're giving him a bit of Umberside justice there, will we? Rovers now with a chance to get immediately back to the game. It's Andy Ellis at dummy half. Ellis goes. Kane to Hardman. Hardman tackled on 10 metres. That looked like it could have been a miniature flop. Rovers loaded to the left. Andy Kane shows, gives it to Bostock. Bostock tackled by Steve Snitch, 8 metres away from the Doncaster line, centre field. Matthew Dale running through, takes it on himself. No messing, no prisoners. Syker, what's he going to do? He's ducking and weaving, but he's giving himself up again. This rule is really causing some problems. Trick is, don't run behind the bloke. Done, easy. That's a good clearing kick by Cook to halfway. So Harry Syker's been playing approximately 38 minutes for Featherstone, and already somebody from the main stand is shouting for Andy Kane to be scrum half. That's all the encouragement he needs. Spavin. He's knocked on there, surely. Keswick's back on, the schemer, the playmaker at hooker. We've got about 5 pivots on now of Doncaster. Here's one of them, Cook. For once, Cook gives a loose ball. Whiting manages to get it back though, and Dave Scott dives on it. Lost a bit of forward momentum, but Whiting, that's a nice experienced kick by Whiting. It just goes dead, unfortunately. But with only 2 minutes left, he's keeping Rovers down on their own line. Oh, what's the referee want now? There's a good drive by Crooks. Ex-Bradford, ex-Hull. Almost knocks on those, he's getting up. There's a good drive by Danny Bridge, and he offloads. Andy Ellis picks it up off the foot, no knock on. Rovers firing the ball about a little bit. Here's Kane to Blackmore. 2 ex-Castleford players, Kane and Blackmore. Keeper Kane comes to the middle of the field. Gives it to Harden, there's an overlap definitely here. Syker makes the break. Syker's still going. He's had his ankles tapped by Wilkinson, but he's still going. 9 metres away from the Featherstone line. He didn't quite have the pace to beat the Doncaster cover. That ball's not so good. There's Bostock, he's going to have to take it in. No support here for Dale. Ellis goes right, it's all loaded to the right. Caney with a little dink over, aiming for Crooks. Tommy Hodgson took that beyond his own line. 30 seconds of the half left. The clock stopped, I think. Rovers might have chance for one drive. Is the clock stopped? Doncaster taking the time there. Keswick seems to have broken the toenail. So Cook immediately restarts on the stroke of half time. Kane just about gathers what they're going to do. He kicks through and it's going to be made dead. And Cobbs even managed to give Doncaster a penalty on the after the hooter had gone. That's fair enough. If it's a penalty we play on, don't know what it's for. Offside. Paul Cook will clear to touch, and there'll be time now for Doncaster to have one more drive. So Rovers have turned attack into defence again. Spaven plays the ball. Cook's going for a drop goal. And as drop goals go, that's a Rovers special in a golden point scenario. So it's 18-10 at half time. There's a bit of needle between Cook and Bussey. Don't let him all man you. He's a good lad, he's Cookie actually. He's really come on leaps and bounds, especially brought this team on well with his coaching. So Doncaster with a deserved 18-10 lead, the story of the first half. Doncaster went into a 12-0 lead with tries from Liam Wellham and Mike Emmett. Liam scored on 8 minutes and Emmett on 17. Both were goals by Dave Scott. Rovers got back into the game with Blackmore try on 22 minutes and a Danny Bridge try on 28 minutes, the second one being goal by Syker. But then Doncaster, towards the end of the half, got on the try. Whiting, 6 minutes from half time, it was goal by Dave Scott, making a half time. I'll be back. Mate, I'm going for a crap. I need from about 9. Do you want your pack? You don't hear me shitting like.
As they run past you. Okay, number then. If you'd like to see your tickets at the ready golden gamble number we're looking for today, you put yourself £350 and you've got this. It's 81182. 81182. If you've got that number, you put yourself £350 today. Mark, you ready with the music? Our junior section of the Starlight Sound to entertain you now, along with some pupils of Fitzwilliam Primary. To round of applause, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, give a massive round of applause. So, junior section of the South and Fitzwilliam. Ladies, from to entertain you, please put your hands together for the Featherstone Robbers, all stars.
Rovers. They just look like there's been any change to the team that went in at half time. Rovers will be hoping to turn the advantage of the slope in their favour. Try and be a bit more fluent in attack. There were several occasions in the first half when their attack was stopped because of obstruction, where the players give themselves up. They're looking a little bit disjointed. Obviously they've got some finishers amongst them. It's just getting the fluidity amongst the backs.
81182 Golden Campbell, if you'd like to claim that after the game. Thank you.
So Syker kicks off downhill. for Featherstone Rovers. It's gathered by Paul Cook. Cook inside to Snitch. Rovers pin him down on his own 10-metre line. Blackmore in the tackle again. Second tackle, Doncaster 15 away. Spavin to Spires. Tackle by Dale and Bostock. Looking for the penalty. Looking for the relief. The show by, and it's now the last tackle, and it'll be cleared by Wilkinson. Deep into the Rovers half. On the full, it's claimed by Hardman on his own 10 metre. He runs it out. 25 from his own posts. Here's Crooks, the big strong Crooks. Another drive. To Worthington. To no. Tackle by Salah. Bearded Cody. Field. Right. Manages to make a ground centre field last tackle away from the Doncaster line. Kane, right hand side pivot, kicks a high one towards. That's claimed well by Tommy Hodson. And the refs, the touch judge just come on for something, and it was for Featherstone's face. Is gonna be a spot into. I don't know. Ellis comes right now. Kane shows, gives to Bostock. Spires puts him to ground. Kane, there's a big ball there. Crooks and Rovers, I think, might have got a bonus 6. Oh, he's given the forward pass. So Rovers have. Oh no, I thought he'd given the forward pass to begin with, but Rovers do get head and feed. There's an injury to Tommy Hodson's lower back there. That's twice Jason Crooks has shown good footwork. He did well there to rescue the situation because Kane's ball was slightly in front of him. He managed to trap it from going into touch. Kick it, Tommy Hodson claimed it, and the momentum of Tommy Hodson carried him over, and Rovers again will get 6 on the Doncaster 10-metre line. Syker inside to Blackmore. He looks a strong looking runner, this Ben Blackmore. Ex-Huddersfield. Andy Ellis to Bostock. Bostock driving in. Bostock under the post. He's like a German tank. With 4 minutes of the second half gone, Rovers bring it back to 14-18 with a kick to come.
That's also the Rovers sponsored by Winfield Law. That's number 16. Andy Bostock.
Should be an easy kick for Ali Syker to bring it up now. It's to 18. So good for Rovers. Quite fortuitous to get that second set of 6, but I think it was important that they got the first try of the second half, because I think if Doncaster would have got the first, it may have actually taken the game away from Rovers. Syker does a. It's 16 to Doncaster, 5 to the second half gone.
That is Featherstone Rovers 16 18.
Didn't get many opportunities at Featherstone on the left wing. Thanking back to Tommy Saxton's consistency last year. Kane claims, throws to Dale. Dale tackled by Spires. Andy Ellis again organising traffic. He's gone without a break again as Ellis. George Flanagan's the 18th man today as Blackmore again making good metres. Ellis to Bostock. Bostock breaks. Oh, Rovers bomb the ball on Whiting. If Whiting gets away here, Whiting will score. But Hardman manages to cover him. It's the free play. It's the free play. So it goes back. The people are moaning at the referee, but the team are allowed to take advantage of the free play. Now it doesn't matter whether they run to Brazil. It still has to come back. It's a bit of a stupid rule, I think. Once advantage is over, advantages should be over. But I'm just a pleb, I'm not the RFL. That's me, Stackman. Cook. Can we rub that off DVD? Alright. Whiting.
Substitution for Doncaster, number 9, Carl.
Steve Snitch there taking the ball up. Emmett. Doncaster player Emmett. Been a long-term player for Doncaster, 2 or 3 seasons now. Hard worker Emmett. Here's Spires. Doncaster almost up to Rovers' 20-metre line, right hand side of the post. Scott Spavin, the hooker, with the green boots on to Wilkinson. Wilkinson kicks through. It's fielded by Hardman, though, safely. Takes a tackle 3 metres away from his own line. Here's Will Sharp. Sharp usually relieves the forwards, takes a bit of pressure off them. Like a long line of Featherstone wingers. Jason Crooks, who I think's had an impressive game today, but there's no way, after I've just said that, there's no way you're going to take a cannonball from 3 metres away. So the idea of the offload was right. It's just the execution was somewhat difficult. The degree of difficulty of it was too much. And Doncaster now back on the front foot with head and feed, 18 metres away from the Rovers line. Spavin to Whiting. Whiting held on the first tackle. Whiting at standoff position in the first tackle there. Spavin again, goes left to Snitch. Snitch tries to offload, 11 metres away from the line. Doncaster now with a good opportunity. Spavin goes right this time to Wilkinson. Wilkinson to Kelly. Rovers holding out so far. Paul Cook usually comes into play after this tackle. Emmett strains it up, but he's dumped unceremoniously by Bostock. And Rovers managing to push Doncaster back to the 10-metre line. But Cook's coming into play on the right-hand side. Here he is at standoff, Paul Cook. Again, a short pass. Cook's created the try. Is he held up? He's held up. That's good defence by Rovers. Cook created the gap for Wilkinson to run onto. But that's magic defence by Ian Hardman, holding him up and saving 4 certain points there for Rovers. This is the last tackle now, 10 metres. Here's Cook with the right-footed bomb from right to left, aiming at Jason Crooks. Doncaster have got the ball down, but Rovers in the shape of Ben Blackmore come away with it, and that's relief, that's good defence. Kane coming from acting half-back. Tackle by Hodson. Here's Crooks bringing it away again. Stocky Crooks. Rovers coming forward with Andy Ellis. Andy Ellis has seen the gap for Worthington. That gets up to halfway. Here's Bussey. Bussey to Cording. Cording looking for the inside ball to Dale. Got him round the collar a little bit there. Anything being given? Yes, a penalty. Well done, referee. So Rovers then back on the attack. On the 20-metre line of Doncaster. Sharp drives in towards Emmett. Sharp makes 10 metres with that first drive. Now Andy Ellis comes right to Bussey. Bussey! What a try by Bussey! He went like a steamroller from 10 metres. That's given Featherstone Rovers the lead for the first time in the match. 11 minutes gone of the second half. And it's now Featherstone Rovers 20, Doncaster 18, with a straightforward kick to come.
Number 6, Jack Bussey.
Jack Bussey's been showing some good touches this season. Now a regular first team member. And that was fantastic strength there in the tackle. And it's given Rovers a chance to extend the lead to 22 points to 18. Which will no doubt take. So the players then come out of the second half, Rovers, and they've done well in the first 12 minutes. They've held out well when they've needed to. And on the 2 attacks they've had, they've made the attacks pay. Well done, Syker, kicks the ball, kicks the goal, and Rovers going to a 22-18 lead. So David Scott will start for the second time this half. I think the next try, it's an obvious thing to say, but the next try is going to be vital. Obviously, if there's no score now from we'll take the squad. I can see more tries. And I don't think Doncaster yet either. Runs it in towards Spears, running away from his own line now. 25 metres away from his own line. Ellis to Bridge. Bridge again makes extra metres. 10 metres by young Danny Bridge. Acquisition from Warrington. Here's Bussey, the try scorer, takes it to halfway before he's stopped by Emmett. Centre field Rovers, Andy Ellis directed. It's going to be the kick by Kane. It's gone for height. The vein towards Tommy Hodson, but Crooks has got there first. And he's just knocked it forward. He didn't quite get enough purchase on it to knock it backwards. Got to the ball. And it'll be head and feed to Doncaster on 20 line. Good thinking there. Crooks made good ground towards the winger Tommy Hodson. Might convert the possession. Cook feeds. Hodson at standoff. Speedster Tommy Hodson. Rim's going to try the length of the field against Sheffield last year for us. He's in the tackle, Snitch. There's a high tackle. And it was a penalty to Doncaster, and again Doncaster now will have pressure on the Rovers line. Paul Cook should make at least 20 metres with this kick from halfway, and I can see Doncaster restarting just outside the Featherstone 20 metre line. So Doncaster then to take the tap with Scott Spavin to Wilkinson. That looked like in front of the man again, but got to be consistent with that rule. Here's Emmett. Drives up to the 20 metre line, centre field. Tackle by Ellis. Ellis again done a great stint. And the ref's given it there for interference in the ruck. So Emmett drives it in. Doncaster now with 5 tackles, only 8 metres away from the Rovers line as Lockwood prepares to come back on for Rovers. Wilkinson goes right to Hodson. second row man for Doncaster, Mike Kelly. Cook, Scott, flat pass, Hodson, that's a forward pass, so Rovers get away with it. I don't know if Hodson grounded it anyway. It was a long flat pass by Dave Scott, but Rovers will have head and field, head and feed on their own 10-metre line as Lockwood prepares to come on. What price the kick through here with no fullback at home? Not going to be done though. Hardman to Worthington. Two strong centres, Featherstone having Worthington and Cordin. Cordin again. Wussy, done a good stint. Replaced by Lockwood. Bridge takes it up towards the 35-40 metre line. That's has been told to get up. Rovers look a bit shallow there. So Andy Ellis had drops, but to take the ball in, the line looked really shallow and bunched. Ozzy's done his stint. And Trout. Rovers. If this ball falls finally for Rovers, there could be a try. That's a knock on. That had to be a try for Rovers regarded, but the Doncaster man, Colburn, got back. I don't know which, it should really be Rovers head and feed. And indeed it is. Mr. Cobb coming up trumps again. Oh, breadloaf. Kane feeds the ball. Ellis. Now to Cordin, centre field. Cordin dealt with by Keswick. Andy Ellis goes on a scoot. Whiting tackles him 2 metres short. Left field. Acting half back Syker. Worthington strong in the tackle. Worthington can't quite get over. Matt Carbett putting the tackle in. That looked like interference at the play of the ball. That should be back to one. Should be back to one, referee. Syker. Dale hold on, Colburn holds him on. Holds on to him. 5 metres from the line. Rovers come right again. Last tackle. Kane shows and goes. Oh, he's just held up a metre short. Andy Kane, the elusive Andy Kane, couldn't come over the line this time. And Doncaster survived the onslaught. Cook plays the ball to Hodson. Tom Hodson. 8 metres away from his own line. Tackled by 2 Featherstone Rovers tacklers. Bridge being one of them. Colburn, second tackle. Matt Dale deals with him. Now Spires to Emmett with that very upright run. And that looked like he knocked on. Referee's given a penalty for ripping. The way Mike Emmett runs with his head back, if there's a man upstairs, he's always prone to looking like he's had the ball ripped. Nevertheless, Cook, he ain't going to argue, he kicks the ball. He takes Doncaster upfield now. Spavin to Cook. That looks like Robinson who's back. Man in the headgear. Spavin to Emmett again. Again, that looked fairly high by Trout, but Emmett fed off the floor and he's allowed it to go. Cut to Colburn. Cook. Flat pass, knock on. Rovers, that should be a free play, so they might as well play for it. They might as well go for it. Referee deems that they've made advantage. There's Sharp. Sharp straightens up. Tackle by Whiting. 8 metres from the halfway line. Centre field. Here's Hardman. Hardman takes the ball up to overlap. Again, that looked down the net. There's 1 or 2 tasty tackles going in this time from Spavin. There's Chris Green back on the Leeds-born XO prop. Good yards there by Green. Rovers again on the front. Ducks, but Cook deals with him in the nick of time on the 20 metre line. Left to Syker. Syker looking for the long ball out to Worthington. Worthington Usually beats the first man, does Greg, but no one to feed inside. It's Will Sharp, it's the last tackle. Syker needs to do something. He's kicked across from left to right to Crooks. Oh, Crooks has been intercepted. His little flip back intercepted by Wellham, but Wellham didn't have the pace to get away from Kane. Cook to Hodgson. Had it been Tommy Hodgson who'd have caught that ball, it might have been a different kettle of fish. Sparvin to Scott. Scott dealt well by the hard-working Andy Ellis and Chris Green. Rovers managed to keep Doncaster in their own half. No silly penalties, lads. Again, Mr. Bias comes in there. Spaven, Emmett with that upright run. Makes it to half-hand, manages to offload to Robinson. What's a great tackle though by Crooks. Okay, Robinson. Jason Crooks, built like a prop forward. Spavin makes the kick, it's gone high rather than long. It should be, it'll be in Rovers' interest. Will Sharp takes the ball. He's held, the referee says he deems that he's held by the Doncaster tackler Carver. Worthington coming away with it. A lot of ascension in the stand there over the decisions of Mr. Cobb today as Green brings the ball away for Rovers. 3-man tackle by Doncaster. Cook, main man in the tackle. Here's True. Big wait for out. Almost losing the ball there in contact. Andy Ellis kicks over the top. That's a good kick if it bounces, and it does. And it goes into touch. Neville Morrison there, not going to take any risks picking that up. And it'll be Doncaster head and feet on Rovers 20, so it's a tight second half. Next try, vital. There's only 18 minutes left in this championship fixture. Dave Scott in the stand-off position. Danny Bridge tackles him. I've never seen as many Rovers players in the 30s on the back. But that's dual registration for you. Whiting bringing it away for Doncaster. Here's Carbett. Held up just before the halfway line. Mike Emmett, first receiver. To Cook. Cook there. Couldn't get the ball out really to Starling. It was a bit, but Cook now from acting halfback goes to the long kick. He's bisected the back two, but it's a little bit too long by Cookie. Will Sharp, eager again to take the tap and get off. Makes a good 10 metres there, Sharp, with the momentum that he had running in. Here's Cordin, he's isolated, he's on his own, so he has to run it. Almost up to halfway with 2 tackles, Rovers. Doncaster now slowing the play, the ball down. Kane inside, almost to Hardman on his shoulder. By Spavin. Ellis Trout, that looked quite high again on Trout. Trout looking for support, no support on his inside, his right hand side, but still good. Was Andy Kane. Kane now to Bridge. That's a knock on by Doncaster. Danny Bridge's kick, aim for Crooks. There's a knock on by Donny. Feed as Craig Robinson, the guy who's just come back on in the headgear for Doncaster, has got a slight knock. Looks like at the end, looks like his race is run. He's taking his headgear off. And number 24, Steve Snitch, comes back on. That's a bit unfortunate there for the lad. Ellis. Syker to Worthington. Worthington can't quite get away from the tackle of Wilkinson. Will Sharp now at dummy half. Sharp, strong, good yards again by Sharp. Very, very slightly built Will Sharp, but he makes tremendous yardage. Lockwood, 2 Doncaster line, 15 minutes left. Here's turning in the air like a fish there. But he's held up over the line. Here's Kane. Hardman. Oh, almost made the break, almost made by, and he's held up again over the line. I think from the initial ball. Sorry, it's the handover. Spabbing to Snitch. Only makes a couple of yards. Spabbing again away now to Starling. Flying up that wing, Star. Oh, there's an half break by Snitch. And here's Mike Emmett. Emmett to Whiting. Sorry, no, Whiting's waiting to receive from Wellham. Doncaster across the line, Cook to Snitch. There's a bit of an overlap now. Wellham. Oh, he's tackled well there. He's Liam Wellham. Tackled very, very well by Andy Kane. Classic rugby union tackle. That's a good kick by Cook. And if Whiting can get that out, and he can't, and Rovers have managed to quell Doncaster's attack. Here's Ian Hardman taking it clear. Tackle by Scott Spavin. 12 metres away from his own line, centre field. Will Sharp again, taking a drive up, spinning out of tackles, getting up to the 20-metre line before Richard Whiting deals with him. Worthington to Crooks on the other wing now. Jason Crooks, very impressed with him today. Wilkinson finally stops his progress. Here's Cording. Cording going down the left-hand side into Doncaster's half. Injury to another Doncaster player in back play. What can Rovers do now? Syker. Oh! Get a knock on. We're never going to get anything other than a loss of the ball. So then, Doncaster head and feed. 20 metres, 25 metres, 30 metres away from their own line. We just wait for Whiting to get back into the set up because he taking a knock back into Doncaster. Knock on at the base of the scrum, but the referee allowed it to go. Centre field, 10 metres away, halfway. Here's Snitch, brought down on halfway by Ellison Lockwood. Spavin again at acting halfback, now to Starling. Starling got plenty to say there to linesman. Matt Carbett takes the tackle. Here's Cookie again with his short ball this time. He's such a craftsman at halfback, Cook. Here he goes again. What's he got? That should be back to one. Featherstone played at it. And Doncaster now with a great chance of attack. 12 metres short of the Rovers line. Here's Starling. Starling ducked into that tackle of Andy Ellis. Andy Ellis still hasn't had a break this half. Here's Emmett. Emmett runs with that upward run, neck back. Spavin acting halfback. Doncaster close now. It's one of Cook's torpedo passes for Whiting. Whiting, no, he's held up. Good defence by Rovers. He takes some holding, Whiting. Snitch. Doncaster with one tackle left now. 5 metres short of the Rovers line. Oh, I don't know if that was a planned move, if they set out correctly, but they've lost a hell of a lot of ground. And it goes to Whiting. Whiting kicks. Hardman has to knock it out though. That's good thinking, and Doncaster will keep the pressure on with the scrum 10 metres away from the Rovers line. The Rovers with a knock. Doncaster now. Go Black. Recording. Spavin to Snitch to Whiting. Centre field. 3 metres away from the Rovers line. 10 minutes remaining. This could be it for Doncaster. This could be the chance. Here's Emmett. Emmett gives the ball to Cook. Cook to Dave Scott. Dave Scott, that's a great tackle by Andy Kane again. Round the leg tackle on Wellham. Here's Cook. Cook to Emmett. 4 tackles gone now for Doncaster. Spavin looks to go left. Feigns to go left. Then go. And Doncaster have bombed it. It's gone forward by Whiting. Much relief there. Looking round at Chair Mark Campbell. Steve Wagner got a smile on the face. But this game's not done yet. But it's a chance now for Rovers to bring the ball away. Two very teams. Play rugby. It's not very. There's not much wind to speak of and the ground's dry. It's been a very, very tight contest. Here's Will Sharp, who's also had a good game, especially this second half. Brings the ball away. Now Andrew Kane, 30 metres away from the Rovers line, and that's a good run by Blackmore. Acquisition from Kyle to half the field, third tackle. Kane calling the halfback. Inside to Green. Green brought down by one leg, and that stopped his progress. Hardman looking to step. He finds away from the donkey line. Last tackle, centre field. Kane. What's Kane going to do? He's going to look for the long pass. Blackmore kicks through. It's a foot race, and it's just gone dead in goal. And Doncaster will have a tap on the 25 that Tommy Hodgson is running. It's Rovers could do with keeping Doncaster in this half. Try and injure the mistake. Doncaster is points in the game. He's going to go towards the main stand then. Carver took up with a long ball to Wellham. That up forward. Featherstone having indeed induced the mistake. The ball from Wellham to Hodgson was slightly forward, and Rovers will have head and field halfway. One feels now that the next try will definitely be the winning score. Keswick coming back on the scheme for both teams taking in water. Andy Kane is going to put for Rovers. Rovers contains Ben Blackmore in it. It's a makeshift pack there for the scrum and goes over half of the centre field. Ellis left. Jamie Cording comes in 40 metres away from the Doncaster line. 5 metres to the left of the posts. Andy Ellis acting halfback. Rovers could do with coming up. I think cheat's a strong word. You can't really call the lad a cheat, he's just inept. Here's Whiting, it's Doncaster's chance now, 3 minutes to go. Snitch, Cook, can Rovers hold out this half, but it's going to be desperate now with 5 yards to the left of the post. Snitch taking it up towards the line, looking for the offload. He's held up. And another penalty there by Mr. Cobb. He's determined for Doncaster to get these points. Should be back to the 10-metre line if it's a penalty. Keswick takes the ball to Cook. Cook. Starling drives in, 3 metres short. 10 metres to the left. Cook orchestrating things as Keswick shows and goes. Keswick shows. No, he's held up. He's held up. Held up. Well done, Rovers. Held up. Held up. Is it another penalty yet? It's time to give Rovers another penalty. Cook to Snitch. The Doncaster players thought he got the ball. Oh, it's got to be a try, has it? No, Keswick's brilliantly tackled by Hardman. Doncaster players were sure that Keswick had got the ball down in the penultimate play. Crooks has got hold of him. Rovers have downed him. There's 3 metres from the line. Doncaster still have 2 tackles left in the bag. Keswick acting half-back to Snitch. Snitch slips somewhat, comes back in towards the ruck. Doncaster lost ground. 3 minutes left on the clock. Here's Emmett. Emmett to Cook with a bullet pass. Wilkinson is coming over the Whiting kicks. Sharp gathers and stays in play. Rovers can now bring this away. In the shape of Jamie Cordin. He's only 3 metres away from his own line though, Cordin. That's great defence by Rovers. Trout. Great drive by Kyle Trout. 18 metres made there. Featherstone Rovers, great defence.
Number 38, Kyle Trout.
Trout with a man of the match award by the official sponsors. Lockwood brings it to 35 metres. Rovers need a good clearing kick now. And it's Andy Kane given that responsibility, and a good clearing kick it is. It's sent Hobson backwards into his own 10-metre line. Rovers need to hold out this set. Keep Doncaster down here. Here's Dave Scott. Liam Wellham. Scott again to Snitch. Up to halfway. Oh, turned the tackle, but he's tackled by Green on halfway. Kyle Keswick, the hooker, to Cook. Cook over halfway to Wilkinson. That looked forward, but Whiting plays on. Doncaster only 5 metres into the Rovers line. 2 tackles left. Cook takes that over his shoulder. That's a drive in by Carbett. Last tackle, 35 metres from the Rovers line. What can Keswick do? He's looking for the orchestrator, General Cook. Cook with a bullet pass. They're going for the power play. Oh! And they've managed to off. And Doncaster. Oh! Knocked on. He's gone backwards. This is unbelievable play by Doncaster. And they're going to score! They're going to score! An unbelievable try by Doncaster. An unbelievable try. The ball's like Harlem Globetrotters stuff. It's Richard Whiting who scores with 1 minute left on the clock to bring the scores level. So it's all down to Dave Scott's kick. We're saying cheat to the referee. I didn't see any defence really. Everything seemed to go backwards. Has he? Ian Arden been sent to the sin bin. Mr. Cobb's probably sent him for having ginger hair or something. There'll be some reason. And it's up to Dave Scott then to win the game for Doncaster with the kick. This could be Andy Hayes' first defeat. It'll be the last action of the game. Referee, not Mr. Popular. And Richard Whiting scoring 2 tries against his old club. Liam Wellham scoring against his old club. So it's been a good day for the old boys today. So Dave Scott then to win the game for Doncaster. It's 22 all. I think it'd be fair to get 2 points each, but the way Rovers looks gone today, this will probably sail over. Yeah, he's missed it. Unlucky, Dave puts his head in his hands. There's still time. There's still time for the drop goal. No, there's not. That's the end of the game. It's 22 all. The crowd, I have not heard this animated since the publicity address of the local, since the Super League started. I'll just go through the teams. 22 all. Tries in the second half to Rovers by Bostock and by Bussey. 2 goals by Saker. Whereas in the second half, Whiting's one try that wasn't going. Brought 20. He's getting an escort off the field. And Andrew Goss signing off on maybe one down the and there's a lot of trouble here. There's going to be it's not very pleasant scenes, but if you're looking at paper tomorrow, it'll be 22 all. That's Andrew Goss signing off. Hope you've enjoyed the DVD. I'll see you soon. Right, you want to take it down.
Once again,